But the Niners are 3 games away from winning the NFC West, Big Ben, because if the Niners win out and they get a little help from some friends, if there's a 3-way tie at 13-4, the Niners win the tiebreak because they would be 5-1 in the division. The Air Jordan 11s are one of the most popular shoes. They started off with the white and black tuxedos, and they went to Carolina, and they had different colorways. The Gammas are all black, just murdered out the 11s. Coming into this weekend for the release date, there was a lot of hype, a lot of competition, and there was a lot of restocking because they sold out quick. And the Niners coming into this season, they had a lot of weapons. They had Purdy signed. They had their D. They had Salah back. There was a lot of hype. And with all these injuries, the 49ers had to restock their defensive line.
Yeah. The tuxedos are clean. Like the Rams look like the tuxedos. Like they get it done. They're clean. The Niners have just been McCaffrey, and Purdy came back, and he's played at a...
He's played better the last couple of games. He's been a little rusty.
But still, Mac Jones is winning you games. Like it's the Niners have been kind of, they haven't been pretty at all.
Here's why they're the Gammas. Because I couldn't get the Gammas online at 7 a.m. I had to go to the mall and wait in line.
Okay.
49ers are in 3rd place. They're in line. They're waiting for the NFC West title.
But you and I both know what the real answer is. Schedule. Like, look at the NFC West. There is a absolute reason there are 3 teams in double-digit wins. It's the only division in the NFL. There's one other division I think that has 2, which is the Bills and Pats. But outside of that, they had the softest schedule.
But I would argue, even if the Niners had a softer schedule, like, look who's behind them. The Niners are currently in 6th. Green Bay's in 7th. Green Bay is better than Niners. The Lions are in 8th. They're up and down. I would say they're pretty close to the Niners. But then after the Lions, it's the Panthers, the Cowboys, and the Vikings. I think because of Salah, and then you've got the offensive weapons, Juwan Jennings looks a lot better when he's matched with CMC, Kittle, and Parasol. I think the Niners, even if they had a harder schedule, they would be a 7-9 in contention for 7-9 in the NFC. The fact that they have an easier schedule, they're 6th place right now.
Right, exactly. Yes, thank you. I mean, for any year to have a down year in terms of missing all the pieces that you guys are, it would be this year based on the schedule. Let's just say that. And you got to take your hat off to the coaches and Mac Jones and whomever CMC that got showed to this point. The depleted team. Well done.
3 weeks left. Niners win out, get some help. They can win the NFC West. The Seahawks win out. They win the NFC West, and they have the potential for being a number 1 seed in the NFC. Big game Thursday night. Huge game.
Huge game. Biggest game in a few years probably for the Seahawks, candidly. The weird part is they don't play well at home. Like they haven't played well. They haven't figured it out at home for whatever reason. At one point, the narrative was it's the fans. I don't know if that's necessarily has anything to do with it. I think domes are a little easier to play in if you look at the Rams. But you got to figure it out on offense. Like a good team like the Rams are going to expose the fact that you only have one able-bodied receiver that can go down the field more than 15 yards and catch a pass. And 2, if your running game is still as bad as it is. I mean, I'm not optimistic going into Thursday. I'll say that.
I'm not too worried about only having one wide receiver, one elite wide receiver. Kupp is hurt. Shaheed really hasn't, got going yet. But the Rams secondary is the weakest part of their defense. Like Amon-Ra St. Brown, I think he had 9 catches, 150 yards in the first half. Yeah. Jameson Williams did a lot. Like the Rams struggle shutting down a star wide receiver. So I think JSN is going to be fine, but you're right. They have to do something else. They have to run the ball. If they get the lead, they don't want to give the Rams an opportunity to come back. I think that is the one thing that scares me a little bit about the Seahawks is their ability to run the ball consistently because they're going to have to do that in the playoffs.
Well, on the flip side here too is you look at, so think of our tight end play. Everyone was like Elijah Arroyo. Arroyo has been inconsequential in the season. Everyone touted him as something, he's going to come in, and even you did.
I know.
Like flip everything on his head. I had a buddy that picked him for offensive rookie of the year. Like everyone was saying Arroyo was the guy. He hasn't done anything. We've missed, and guess who's making plays for the Rams?
Colby Parkinson.
20% of his catches are tutties.
Yeah.
Colby Parkinson's playing a big role in the Rams offense. Beyond that, you look at the Rams backfield, that's what we want. Blake Corum's third in the league, and he has 5.5 yards per rush. Third in the league. And he's like your number 2-ish, but now it's 1A, 1B. Yeah. Like it's something they always wanted and Peyton wanted. Like that's what the Rams offense is, what the Seahawks want. They just can't execute on that. And for whatever reason, we don't know why. We still haven't figured it out. But you can't win games with Jason Myers kicking 6 field goals.
No, you can't.
He barely hit Phillip Rivers. It looked like the Turkey Bowl. Like an old dad slinging out to his kids. It was.
He looked like he just left Thanksgiving dinner and came and suited up. 44 years old. I mean, I don't know how much he weighed, but he looked like he was 260. Yeah.
He was plump. Definitely plump.
He was throwing a lot of screen passes because I don't think he has the arm strength anymore to get down the field. And I think it was 18 completions and it was 4.4 yards. Like he really was not stretching the field. And the fact that he was able to move the chains and keep him in it is like a testament to him because he was on the couch eating turkey legs a week before. But the Seahawks got to win. They gutted it out. And now the Niners have to go to Indy on Monday night.
Oh, have to? Oh, no. Go play in a dome against Phillip Rivers. 40. Like, that's the thing. The Niners if the Niners are worth any of their salt, they'll watch film from last week. And when you like, it will be one of those, because you're right, all he has is screen passes and it'll be one of I wouldn't be surprised if there's 3 pick sixes, because just it's so slow and just like it's fast, but like if you're a DB and you just see, okay, here's the formation they've ran, there's 2 possible plays, it's going to be bad because they have the film now on them, and there's only 6 plays you could run, and Jonathan Taylor.
Just put 8 in the box, go 1-on-1, and then try to make him beat you down the field, right? Like, see if he can throw it
over your head. He's not going to throw it over your head.
Let's get this episode started. Hello and welcome to Big Ben and K-Win. Each week we broadcast live on YouTube. If you're watching this live or on demand, make sure you hit the subscribe. Give us a comment. We'll comment back at you. But if you're more of an audio podcast person, wherever you get your podcast, we're everywhere. Make sure you also subscribe. 5 stars and give us a little thumbs up. It'll help along the way. If you want to comment too, we'll get at you as well. I'm K-Win. He's Big Ben. We talked a little NFL. We're going to talk a little bit more NFL. Maybe it's some college football playoffs. Where will Giannis go? I don't know if we have enough time. Much, much more.
Okay. So a few things. One, Sean Payton needs to win the Coach of the Year award. The Broncos haven't lost since September. I mean, he's doing – and they beat Green Bay, who's a good team. Micah Parsons went out, but Sean Payton's doing some great things.
What about Ben Johnson?
Well, here's what I'm thinking. That it's going to be close because there's 3 get-right games. The Eagles won handedly, the Bears won handedly, and the Jags put it on the Jets. Like you can't measure coaching against those opponents. Now you can measure coaching when you're going against Micah Parsons in the Green Bay. But Bo Nix, everyone's talking Drake May. Bo Nix is playing pretty darn good. Here's my question for you. Here's what no one is talking about. Myles Garrett has 21.5 sacks.
Because he plays with the Browns.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so he's got 21.5. 22.5 is the record.
3 games left.
3 games left. He's going to obliterate it. So, like, if you're Michael Strahan, do you have to go to Cleveland this week and watch him play the Bills?
Yes.
And when he gets it, do you stop and do you go out and shake his hand? And is he going to sack? Does Josh Allen know this? And we're running away from Myles all day. Do you have to, if you're,
Strahan,
what I'm saying, if you're Strahan, do you have to go to the next 3 Browns games just
you
to,
don't have to. I think it would be the right thing to do. But if you don't want to go, if you're Strahan, you can hide behind like, hey, I got to be in the booth in
oh,
LA,
yeah.
right? Like I got to commentate. So he might hide behind that. He should at least text him or call him.
But do people, so football purist, you know the theory around Strahan, right? He only got that when Brett Favre kind of fell over,
Yeah,
right?
and gave him a little wink. Yeah.
Oh, winky, wink, wink. Myles
So the
Garrett.
Browns got the Bills, the Steelers, and the Bengals.
Oh,
Who would you rather get the sack record against? Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow?
I'd rather get there, so sack with Josh Allen, but then bury A-Rod. Like, just bury him. And not once,
Yeah.
not twice, but like 3 times. That would be my formula if I'm Myles Garrett looking forward. And then everything else is cake on top of that.
Aaron's just going to get rid of the ball quick. He does not want to get sacked in general, but he also doesn't want to get hit by Myles Garrett. I don't blame him on that one.
All right. Tank watch. My next thing.
Okay.
Tank watch. Giants. Tennessee.
Yep.
The Titans. And Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Who is more prone to kind of lay it down the next three games?
So wait, you had Titans.
Well, they're all 2 wins.
Titans.
So there's 3 2-win teams.
Raiders.
Titans, Raiders, and Giants. Giants have only won 2 games.
I mean, you throw the Browns in there and the Cardinals. They've only won 3 games. They're in the hunt as well.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're in the driver's seat. If you're in the tank race, you only got 2. Like, you can figure it out from here.
But what are you tanking for this year?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The Giants, I thought about this. Can the Giants draft a coach? Could they, like, from the collegiate ranks, can you draft one into, like, that's my – Tennessee needs a ton of pieces. Yeah. I think they believe Cam Ward's the guy. And Las Vegas is probably still kicking themselves that they didn't do something about drafting maybe Shedeur Sanders at this point. But you need a QB, right? Gino's not your long-term guy.
Yeah.
So what do you do? I would think Las Vegas has, of those, because Dart's going to be your guy probably. Las Vegas is going to tank. 31-0, just no-showed.
I'm going to say Cardinals too. Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're done with Kyler Murray, or they should be.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Kyler's going to be playing for that team you got in your hat, and he'll show up for spring training before he'll show up for another training camp. I think that's some NFL intrigue there for you. Tank watch. Who's tanking?
In the first round pick is Mendoza, your new Heisman winner.
He does. He doesn't got a Raider grit in him, I don't think. I don't know if he's your...
Dante Moore, Chip Kelly going to try to get a duck?
Ooh, there you go. There's a theory. I'm just saying that's something to watch.
Yeah.
Because, the scheduling, if you could run an algorithm, right, based on, someone would probably tell you the probability of a team coming out top. But, like, if you're playing the Raiders, like, auto win almost, I want to say.
The Eagles, didn't they beat them 31-0?
31-0. Like, there's no garbage time TDs. Like, the Eagles' D isn't that great. Just like Brock Bowers did nothing.
Listen, the Eagles' offense isn't that great over the last couple of weeks either.
Exactly. They just no-showed. Vegas just mailed it in. They're doing something.
So why keep Max Crosby?
Because that's getting rid of Max is basically telling every player on there, like, even though
what they already know.
Well, it's kind of. Well, in a sense, you're telling them, like, hey, this is our locker room guy. This is the guy that carries the environment for us. He's a Raider, true and true, right? This is who we want. We want guys like Max. So if you trade Max, well, then you lose the entire identity of the team, right? Then who's your guy in the locker room? Gino? Gino's the last guy there, first guy gone.
Let me ask you this. Are you going to keep Pete Carroll?
No.
He gone.
So here's, I thought about
gone.
With Sharon Moore and what happened, all these young coaches are like, damn it, Sharon. Like, that's our only, like, you're still kind of an idiot at 40, kind of, right? 50, you better have it all out of you. 60, it's all out of you because you have nowhere to go. The pond is dried up. But I think the NFL is going the same way. Like, look at Shanahan, look at McVay, look at Ben Johnson, look at all these guys are young. Like, you're either the anomaly and like everyone buys into Carroll, but I think he's lost it. I wouldn't say he lost the locker room with the Hawks, but just that identification with the coach, the relationship, as Vrabel would say, like, it's for Carroll, it's tough to have a relationship with these guys. Coach, he probably doesn't identify with any of them, right?
Yeah.
Is that fair? So
it's fair.
And Carroll isn't he's not like Antonio Pierce came out and said, he's like, they rotate more people in and out of there than, like, at some point, pick a thread, pick a identity that you want to follow, go find that coach, pay him whatever you need to pay him, and put him there for 10 years.
And you got to keep him. Yeah.
Who was the coach that won some championships with him? What was his name?
Gruden.
Well, Gruden won a national.
He won with the Bucks though.
He won with the Bucks, but the guy before that,
John Madden.
Was it Madden? Okay, yeah, go get
Madden
John. Yeah, someone like that personifies the Raiders. Kind of, you still got to get gritty, like some guy with an arm sleeve tattoo or something like that. I don't know.
But you're right; they don't really have an identity, right? Like, are they going to pass a lot? Are they going to put up a lot of offensive numbers, run and shoot offense? Right. Are they going to run a lot? Are they going to be a defensive team that's going to shut you down? Like, are they going to be creative on offense? Are they going to have speed like Miami did? Like, they don't really know which way they're going. So it's hard to get players to come and sign there because you don't know what you're signing up for.
Exactly. How are they going to use me? Am I going to be used well? Like, Jacoby Myers is a good example. He was there. He wasn't used well. Like, he didn't get any. Taking him to Jacksonville, he had more catches in one game than he had 6 games prior to that. Like, it's just an example of the Raiders. They don't understand what they're doing. Yeah. And they won't understand what they're doing and it starts at the top. Mark Davis is an idiot. Like, he doesn't know sports and like how to run an organization. Like, he's just a knucklehead. So once, like, you have to get a coach that can kind of say, I got this, go away. Right. And I think Pete Carroll's probably getting trounced. He's probably in his office every day saying what he needs. But
I guess it'll be interesting to see like how much input Tom Brady has too, right?
Ooh, there you go.
Because he could have a voice in all of this in terms of, do we stay with Pete? Do we get some guys? What do we do? They got to do something because it's a mess right now.
Absolute mess. Bills, still the big brother in the past relationship.
They're second.
Still the big brother.
NFC East.
Still the big brother.
I don't know.
Still the big brother.
They did win.
Still the big brother.
Bills don't have defense.
That's fine. They'll score 42 each game. Just give Josh Allen the ball and watch what he does. Josh Allen's the Steph Curry of the NFL. Like, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
I think that's good for the regular season. I'm still worried about the Bills' defense and their offensive weapons. Like, who are their receivers? Keenan Coleman? Like, who?
Quit crapping on the Bills. Listen, here's what I think happened or will happen.
The AFC's garbage.
It is garbage.
How is the Miami Dolphins still in the playoff hunt? I thought that was a typo. They got smoked tonight by the Steelers.
Here's what the villain for the Bills has always been the Chiefs. The villain just always been the Chiefs. And all of a sudden, I bet you Josh Allen got the call. The Chiefs are officially out of the playoffs. Let's go. It's our year. You better get to the Super Bowl, Josh Allen.
You better do it this year.
Buffalo has never had a parade. Never had any major sports team win anything. Like, if you bring that to Buffalo, they'll rename it Josh Allen Wings, not Buffalo Wings, Josh Allen Wings. They would rename the wing Josh Allen Wings.
Bengals are down this year.
Ravens are
down this year.
You gotta do
Chargers, they'll make the playoffs. They're like the Niners. They'll make the playoffs and get eliminated first weekend.
You got to do it. I could see a Bills Broncos old school. That'd be
Yeah.
a great AFC Championship game.
Look out for my Texans, though.
Ooh, CJ Stroud looks good.
Yeah, defense looks good.
Sneaky CJ.
Yeah. You want to
All
go
right.
some college football?
Let's do college football. Upset City.
Yeah.
You want to hear mine, or you go first?
You go ahead. You
So-
can probably have mine.
No, probably not. Probably not. So this team that is in the college football playoff. Now, this you probably couldn't say this about, but the Cougs nearly beat them. I watched the game, second half, because I couldn't believe that we were this close to beating this team.
We do have the same upset.
Top 10. Okay. So Tulane, based on what theory, though? What theory are you going with? Why is Tulane going to?
I think Old Miss is overlooking them because they played them in week 4 and they stomped them 45-10. So I don't think there's extra motivation there. Their coach is gone. There's just too many distractions. I think the Tulane Green Wave are going to ride that wave and win and beat Old Miss.
Tough to beat a team twice. You have film, so you kind of know what you're doing. Gaps, holes, whatever you want to say. The other part of this, Chambliss is a few days away from hearing if he gets another year of eligibility. Now, if you get another year of eligibility, that is probably $10 million in your pocket. Now, what if Oregon, Ohio State, whoever needs a quarterback shows up on the sideline holding a big old bag of money, but you don't want to get hurt, or maybe you want to show off that arm. I think to your point, there's too much going on in the program. And the Tulane Green Wave, who might have been the best team in Louisiana over Lane Kiffin's new team this year, will win.
I agree. Tulane's got a sneaky defense, and they turn over their opponents. So I could see them getting a couple turnovers in the conference championship game. I think they had 3 turnovers. We'll turn them over, ground and pound. The QB, whatever his name is going to come up big. I got Tulane Green Wave. But that's not the only upset I have. I got your boy Carson Beck and the Miami Hurricanes beating A&M.
No.
Miami's got playmakers on both sides of the ball.
No.
Miami's got the defensive player of the year in the ACC and a top 3 pick. Reuben Bain Jr. is a top 3 pick. He is going to disrupt the A&M running attack. And A&M can't really throw the ball. The quarterback's a little weak. Miami's going to win. They're not just happy to be here. What do you say, house money? No. They don't play with house money. Miami plays with hedge fund money. They're going to take that hedge fund money.
No, they play with.
They're going to win. The Hurricanes.
2 Live Crew.
They're tired of all this. Notre Dame should have made it. We shouldn't have made it. Miami is going to show up and beat A&M. A&M sputtering. They lost to Texas. They've been figured out on tape. If you stop the run, they can't beat you. And Miami's got a high-powered offense and playmakers on defense.
I'll agree with you on this. Marco Cristobal could kick the shit out of Mike Echo. That's for sure. Like, they're 2 different coaches. Mr. Echo's just big Texan, and then Cristobal's just. But here's the thing: you tout this guy as the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. He played in the ACC. We have seen how horrible that conference is, and things are relative. You put him in. He
dominated Notre Dame. He dominated all of the big time players he played against. The U produces defensive stars. Just wait. Just wait. Watch that.
But it's all relative. And this is the one game where I think A&M will cover 3 times over. And I just don't believe in the ACC. I don't. Don't believe in the ACC. Do not believe in the ACC. Maybe Mr. Carson Beck could prove me wrong. Plus, I think Carson Beck's a dingus.
Drake May
Anyway,
played in the ACC. He looks pretty good.
come on. You're not going to use Drake May to convince
Lamar Jackson played in the ACC. He looks good.
me. Right, but
Julius Peppers played in the ACC.
you do this. You do
Dominant
this like
defensive player, Julius Peppers.
But how about for every 4 people you just mentioned, how about the 50 that got to the NFL and couldn't play with the players from the SEC and the Big Ten? How about that?
Yeah, but I'm talking about elite stars.
Okay, so there's 4 players out of the 300 that made it elite. My point being, I don't think that Miami would have made the playoff if they were in the SEC. No way. No way. No way. Not even close. 4 losses, 5 losses.
You could say the same thing about Notre Dame. Notre Dame wouldn't have made it if they were in the SEC either.
Okay, then that's why they're not in. Giannis.
Yeah.
He's 31 years old. How many more years does he have left in the tank? Like, is he a LeBron guy? Like,
he's got 3 more prime years.
3-year prime where he's putting up like 28, 10, and 6.
Yeah.
3 more prime, and then what's subprime look like for him? 28 and 4?
Listen, he can't shoot.
He can't.
It's not going to age well.
He is straight line. He is straight like
all muscle, straight line, athletic ability.
I mean, that doesn't break down all that quickly, but it's not as useful.
He's not going to be as fast or as strong or as twitchy.
That's what he'll lose first, the twitchiness. Mm-hmm. That goes away quick. But maybe if you're Greek, you have long-term twitchiness.
Possible.
Prolonged twitchiness if you're Greek.
All right, where do you want to see him get traded to?
Here's my idea. There's two. They'd have to give up a lot. It's all about what teams want to give up, right? What are you willing to give up? So the likelihood that he ends up here is probably not. I think he'd be a good Spurs guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like a good Spurs guy. Like they'd ask him to do just what he's good at, and that's it. Like, we don't need you to do anything else. And I think he'd fit well in kind of that programmatic approach that the Spurs do. The other part of this.
Him and Wemby would be a nightmare.
Oh, my God, imagine that. Like, just like a bowling pin, like Giannis is just going to bowl them all over and throw it up at the rim. The other part of this, Astoria, New York, has the largest Greek population in the entire country. I think, here's my idea. Giannis, if he had a bad game in New York, look out. You know, he stinks. You know, why do we? But if he had this kind of Greek culture he could go back to, and they could kind of nurture him back and be like, those guys are, you know, they don't know what they're talking. You're great. Get back out there. That might work. Get him insulated. Like, because if you have him alone, like you've been in Milwaukee.
You're talking about Brooklyn, right?
Well, he can live in Astoria. Sure, Brooklyn, whatever.
No, we're talking the Knicks, baby.
Well,
that's his number one choice. He wants to go to New York.
Exactly. So,
and you know what? With Jalen Brunson as your sidekick, it doesn't matter if he has an off night. When he has an off night in Milwaukee, everyone knows.
And you're in the East. You're in the East still. Stay in the East. I
actually really do like that because Cat wants to stay outside and shoot 3-pointers.
Cat sucks.
So you've got Giannis going downhill. The lane's going to be wide open. You've got Brunson. It's just, do they have enough pieces to trade to get Giannis? They'd have to probably put OG, Bridges, and some draft picks together. But, I mean, if he brought a title to New York,
they would, they'd open up the port to any Greeks that want to come back and just have a party. Yeah. I think it will be a tough market for him. Because Milwaukee won one a lot. Because he's the only thing. I mean, they missed on Lillard in a big way. Yeah. He's back in Portland. And what do they have left if he leaves?
Kyle Kuzma. Ryan Rollins.
Sure, right? Like, that's Bobby Portis. You know, like. Portis. you don't have much to come and watch. If no one's.
Cole Anthony.
It sounds like the Wizards last year. Like that's who they're going to go watch. Just the Wizards in Milwaukee.
Watch this team, Miami.
No, yep.
Because they could trade Tyler Hero, who is a Wisconsin native, and maybe the rookie Khalil Ware and some draft picks. I think that's actually would be a good move for Milwaukee. A better move would be Miami. But the thing is the three teams that can offer the most won't do anything because they don't need Giannis and they don't want to give up or tamper with their young nucleus. That's OKC, that's Houston, and it's the Spurs, right? They have all the picks, they have all the young talent, they have the flexibility. But if you can't trade with one of those three teams, I like Miami.
Well, you got to look at your team and assess it. Like, is our gap just some ball dominant forward that can get to the rack constantly? And
top 3 player in the league. Superstar.
Statistically.
He's been
just bigger than everyone. That's it. It's not like they're like, oh man, he can pick and pop and he's got
what did Shaquille O'Neal do? Dominate when he was bigger than everyone. Dwight Howard dominated when he was big. And Giannis has been in the top 3 of MVP voting. If you look at it, was Shea, Joker, Giannis. And the year before, it was Joker, Shea, Giannis.
They make everyone around you better, right? That's my point. Like, you bring Giannis in and, like, the ball goes to him and it's gone.
It's got to be a good fit.
It's got to be a good fit. And maybe, you probably have to sit him down and be like, if we're going to give up this much, this is what we need you to do. And, we don't need you straight line at the hoop. We need you bringing up the ball and not getting us in the offense and then crashing, whatever. But set expectations. He's a really good athlete. He'd be a good tight end. He'd moonlight for the Dolphins if he went to Miami. I agree with you. I don't think there's going to. I think the market for him, like the big buyers, are not going to buy. So you're going to have to go into this secondary market and try to extract as much as you possibly can.
Well, and that comes down to Milwaukee. I know you have to do right by the player, but you also have to do right by your franchise, right? You can't just give him away for nothing because he brought you a title to Milwaukee and you don't want to strip everything down and you're bad for the foreseeable future. You got to get some assets. You got to get something for him. And maybe you give him a list and maybe he doesn't go to the top 2 places on the list. He goes to number 3.
But he is one of the bigger players, probably hits the market. I mean, so you got to pay attention because, like, if you aren't a buyer, maybe you are at a certain point. Actually, it was cold as heck. It was in Climate Pledge, but wonderful time. We hit up Aussies before.
What's the arena called? It's not Key Arena anymore.
Climate Pledge. So the deal behind the Climate Pledge is Amazon made a pledge, like architected the building, that'd be 0 emissions. So there's like plants in it, and you go take a pee, and there's only like 16 ounces that comes out of the urinal. It kind of smells pretty quickly, but conceptually it works. Food's decent. Great arena for basketball, for hoops. I'd love to see the Sonics back.
And you saw Zags versus the Bruins?
Zags versus Bruins. Bruins have some athletic players. Give them that. Gritty, gutty. They'll do well in the Big Ten, I think. Zags, 2 really good bigs.
Yeah.
I think Hole he could be a 2010 guy if he had just a little bit of a mean streak. Like, he's just too soft.
Huff. Isn't it Brendan Huff?
Yes, Huff. He could be a 2010 guy pretty easily. When it comes to their guards, they don't have the guy. And TGF, Tyrone Grant Foster, is so awkward in that makeup of he's a ball dominant guard, volume shooter, athletic. But the Zags run a lot of sets through their bigs, so he's just lost. He's like tentative. He doesn't know what he's doing. They're a Sweet 16 team. That's it. The Bruins will get to the tournament too. They could surprise. They had Bildo. We called him Bildo. He's from Kennewick, Washington. The guy put up like 26 and 13.
Wow.
Good. Like, built like a Mack truck. Shoots it too.
Yeah. The Bruins got, I think, Dent was their big transfer portal guy from New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's been playing pretty well. But the Zags, to your point, it's their big guys. I think it's Graham Ike, Brendan Huff. They do predominantly most of the scoring. But K-Win's got a theory. You got to have an NBA point guard.
You do.
Or a guard that can get to the NBA to win it all. And I think the Zags are good enough to go to the Sweet 16, but I don't think they have enough in their backcourt.
They don't. And I think Mark Few knew that. Like, TGF is like, he thought he'd come in and kind of transform, be the guy in the backcourt. He can't run sets. He's just awkward in the offense. And he doesn't have an offensive set where it's like ISO, we got to get guys open, get the ball high post. So
he doesn't have enough room to operate.
Exactly.
Because Gonzaga has the scores in the post.
Exactly. He ideally you'd have both those bigs on one side and let him operate. But then there's just too much going on in the paint. He's a get up and down guy. And Zags are he'll either acclimate or he probably won't play, to be honest. Like
he provides a lot on defense because he's a long wing guy, so he can defend. I think he's just got to figure out how he fits in offensively because at Grand Canyon, he was the guy. Now he's like third option, so he's got to figure out how to fit in.
Exactly. He just looked out of place. He didn't look like he didn't know how to key off. Like, one example I'll give you. In basketball, when you give it to the post, you don't stand there in the same position. You go down to the corner, right? Or something like that. Like, he'd pass it there and just stand. So, but if he would just like move just a bit, like, he'd have an open shot in the corner. Instead, he was so focused on just watching what was going on instead of actually moving and flow like within the offense. That's what he was missing. Yeah. And he's not used to that, right? Grand Canyon was either I had the ball or another dude had the ball and dribble, drive, score, everyone crashed the boards.
Hardest guy to guard is the guard in constant motion.
Exactly.
That's what Steph Curry does. That's what a lot of great guards do. JJ Redick used to do that.
Exactly.
So just keep moving. You can cut. You can get open. Because when you play defense, I mean, we both played, you always get a little lazy. When your guy doesn't have the ball, if he's sitting there, you're like, all right, cool. But if he's moving around, you're just like, hey, whoa, hey.
Yeah, you got to take away angles. You got to, sit there in a defensive position. And he doesn't make it hard. He'll make it. He'll get it. Or he won't.
Figure it out. Yeah, or he won't.
Or he won't. Bully ball out of here.
Okay.
At Big Ben K-Win, wherever you get your social media. That's Threads, Blue Sky, not Blue Sky.
Not Blue Sky.
Discord. We got the Discord. At Big Ben K-Win. Wherever you get your social media, Instagram, Twitter, X, and we are on Threads. We are on Threads, Facebook. Just follow us, add us, comment. Wherever you're at, just comment. Just give us a comment. Drop a comment. Good, bad, indifferent. Make fun of us. Whatever you want to do. It's the holiday season. Not everyone's so cheery. And then wherever you're getting podcasts, check us out at Big Ben K-Win. That's Spotify, Apple iTunes, iHeartRadio. We're all there. We'll always be there. Video podcasts on Spotify, by the way. That's great.
When you're 265 pounds and you're a non-mobile quarterback.
It's just going to be slightly. Now it's going to give all dads sitting on the couch like, wow, look at it.
Rivers made Flacco look mobile.
So he does. Makes Flacco look like he's 32.
He makes Mac Jones look like he's Michael Vick. And like the UCLA Bruins trying to get out of the Rose Bowl contract, I'm getting out of this podcast. Could have been better.
That was good.